bekyk. Hoofnuus vanmiddag, Junie se verbruikersinflasie daal onder onverwags skerp tot 6,9%. Dis die laagste vlak in 19 maande. En terselfdertyd het die vraag na krediet in Junie tot 3,9% teruggesak. En dis die laagste vlak sedert April 2004. Doret, wat sê die syfers alles van die ekonomie?
Ja, Andries, alhoewel hierdie 6,9% nog steeds bo die teikenband is dit 'n welkome verrassing. En onder andere was die verandering in voedselpryse beter as verwag. En ons weet voedselpryse was veral verlede jaar 'n groot sonnebok in die inflasie prentjie. Nou wat die krediet betref, tussen 2005 en 2008 het privaat krediet gemiddeld met 22% gegroei, wat 'n baie sterk groeisyfer is, en dit is natuurlik gereflekteer in huishoudings se skuldvlakke. Nou die twee grootste kategorieë van privaat krediet is verbandlenings en sogenaamde ander krediet. En ons het gesien dat albei hierdie kategorieë skerp teruggesak het. Onder andere het verbandlenings net met 8,2% jaar op jaar gegroei, en dis die swakste sedert einde 2000, dis nog voordat die eiendomssektor in die plaaslike ekonomie so goed begin doen het in 2003. En 'n ander krediet, dit verwys na krediet wat nie deur bates gerigsteen word nie, soos kredietkaarte en oortrokke fasiliteite, en dit het met 4% geval. So alhoewel dit baie swak is dit beter as ons kyk na huishoudings se balansstate.
En die bottom line, as 'n mens nou die woord kan gebruik daai, is dat Suid-Afrikaners maak nou minder skuld.
Ja, en ek dink die banke dwing hulle ook.
Uit die FSA word berig dat prominente rolprent en TV-maatskappye nou ook slagoffers geword het van die globale ekonomiese krisis. In die jongste geval het Time Warner, wat die Warner Brothers film, stereo en CNN TV besit, se tweede kwartaal netto wins met 34% getuimel.
Ja, net Time Warner se satellietkanale CNN en TBS het baie goed gedoen in die tweede kwartaal, wat hulle omset 'n hupstoot gegee het, maar Amerika is sedert einde 2007 al in 'n resessie, en ons weet dat in resessietye maatskappye maar deeglik inklim in die snoeiskerf as dit kom by uitgawes, en 'n groot koste is natuurlik advertensiekoste. Nou daar was 'n wesenlike val in die advertensieverkope by AOL en Time Warner se tydskrifte wat gelei het tot hierdie slegte resultate.
En dan nou 'n bietjie positiewe nuus, ons kan nie net op die negatiewe goed konsentreer nie. Positiewe nuus, en dit kom uit Londen, ook is die Britse hoofstad is natuurlik ook in 'n resessie, maar dit is dat die lekkergoedvervaardiger Cadbury se netto wins in die eerste helfte van die jaar verdriedubbel het. Stygende sjokoladeverkope, onder andere in Suid-Afrika, het 'n betekenisvolle bydrae gemaak tot die maatskappy se netto wins van meer as 300 miljoen pond.
Ja, nee, hulle omset het met so 13% gestyg oor die eerste helfte van hierdie jaar, en sjokoladeverkope in Brittanje het baie goed gedoen. Nou, 45% van Cadbury se verkope kom uit lande soos Brittanje, Ierland en Noord-Amerika, en verbruikers in hierdie lande beleef huidig baie moeilike omstandighede. Nou, dis miskien bietjie tong in die kies, maar Andries, weet jy wat endorfine is?
Nog nooit gehoor van die woord, maar oppas dat ek nou nie skrik hier, sorry, maar gee maar, laat ons omvat soos hy kom, jy weet.
Nou, as mens sjokolade eet, dan sê hulle mense brein skei endorfine af, en dis 'n natuurlike goedvoel chemikalie. So miskien het verbruikers in hierdie lande hulle tot sjokolade gewend om 'n bietjie met hierdie krisis beter
ja, om nou die ekonomiese krisis te hanteer, en dit verklaar ook waarom Suid-Afrika onder die lys is van die lande wat meer koop met die wat die resessie ons ook nog getref het hierso.
Ja, nee, ons dink aan die eetsektor sal ook bietjie beter doen.
Klink vir my daai lekkers, daai sjokolade se waarde is amper soos die wyngommetjies wat ek party daai hier in die ateljee eet. Theo Foster wat saam met my uitsaai, ek dink hier's witblits in hierdie lekkers. Want hoe meer ek vir hulle eet soos die program aangaan, hoe dapperder word ek met my vrae, my uitsprake.
Maar miskien dokter jy hulle voor die tyd aan.
Dink ons vir daardie sjokolade hier kry. Baie dankie. Doret Els, ons gaan nou praat oor die inflasie. En vanmiddag se program bespreek ons verbruikersinflasie se lang verwagte afwaartse deurbraak tot onderkant 7%. 'n Span ekonome ontleed die kase vir verdere rentekoersverlagings na die skerp daling in verbruikersinflasie. Ons voorgesprek oor die staalreus ArcelorMittal se wesensverlies van meer as 800 miljoen rand. Daar's 'n gereelde markverslag en dan markkommentaar waarin ons daardie verlies van ArcelorMittal gaan ontleed. En ons fokus op die klein en middelslagsake ondernemings sit ons die gesprek reeks voort oor die 7 hoekstene van 'n doeltreffende sakeplan.
Hilton. David, again, not a great day on the markets today.
No, I think we were bound to find something that triggered a sell-off. Today it was China. Chinese market fell 5%. Concerns there that it's overheating and that the Chinese government might inhibit or curb inflows of capital. So that plunged 5%. Commodity prices came down. If you looked at the oil price came down, copper price came down. So that weighed on our mining sector.
Down. The Chinese thing is interesting. It's something we've discussed here before. They seem to... The valuations, they're trading at sort of forward PEs that are far, far, far higher than anything you see trading on Western markets. Kind of makes you worry a bit about how they're doing it.
I don't know much about the Chinese market, and it's certainly the kind of market that I would avoid and leave the Chinese to play in their own market. I think the only way that I would play China is by buying the companies that supply them. Yeah. But we were bound to find some kind of sell-off now. Now they're talking about the Chinese have enough copper. They've overstocked enough to supply the building industry, the motor car industry, and other developments within China. So we're going to go into a period of downturn where people are now starting to question how far the market can recover. Have we run enough there? So it's just a natural pause within a cycle. Yeah.
Results out of ArcelorMittal today. We're going to be hearing from them a bit later, but pretty bleak, bad loss, no dividend.
Yeah, I'm not surprised there. I don't think anybody should have expressed surprise. In the market, the downturn perhaps a little more than we were expecting. I don't think we expected it to retreat as much as it did, but they are looking for an improvement in the third quarter, and I think you're going to hear that from a lot of mining and manufacturing companies. Hope that having reached the bottom, things start to pick up. We heard it from Hulamin, we're hearing it from ArcelorMittal, which gives the market some kind of stability. But I don't think a lot of the analysts are calling for a major recovery in these stocks from these levels.
Yeah, a lot of what I'm hearing in the various people that I talk to is that these very, very high earnings of the last few years, people almost sort of still think we're going to be earning at those levels, and it's just not realistic.
No, I agree with you, and I think we've run very nicely now. I don't think we're going to come back dramatically, but I think we're going to grind our way up from here. It's going to be, I don't think the results are strong enough to support ongoing momentum at this kind of pace. In other words, it's nice to have had the recovery, which is the worst's over, but I think from now on we're going to have to be driven by genuine recovery in the global economy, and we know that's going to be slow.
Yeah, and we know we're going to see, just as you said already, these dreadful earnings for the next, this period's earnings are just going to be dreadful.
And I think foreign companies seem to be in a better position than local ones. We're still not hearing the kind of news we want from local companies, whereas with foreign companies you are starting to see better things coming. So those markets might recover. Look, they will lead us up, but I think watch for results here.
Yeah, absolutely. After the break, we're going to be talking to Nedbank economist Dennis Dykes. But first, here's a short clip from our Satrix podcast series. Satrix joint CEO Brett Lantman is talking about the role that ETFs are going to play in the MoneyWeb Make a Million competition. You can get the full podcast on moneyweb.co.za.
Well, the Make a Million this year, it involves single stock futures. For those that don't know, single stock futures are legally binding agreements, an exchange traded contract based on an underlying stock. So that underlying stock can be a Satrix ETF. And what the future contract does, it gives the holder the ability to buy or sell the underlying